All right, part 4 of our cottage of Johanna Basford's book, Magical Worlds. Okay, I'm going to start with the leaves down here. So this color here is how I'm going to do some of these leaves here. So let's get started. So I'm going to go on all the lines with the red. And then I'm going to go in a little bit, very lightly. This is not red, actually. It's Pomegranate 195. If I had a red, it would be a red, but I don't have a red. And then I'll go in with the 921 Pale Vermillion. So I'm just going ahead and doing the combo gradients that I normally do. And then with the yellow, okay, so I'm not sure that I really like that. Let's start with the yellow, the whole leaf in yellow. Each section I'll start with a bit of pomegranate. Continue with the Pale Vermilion 921. And then again with the yellow. Yeah, I'm gonna like that better. So let's do a little bit more palm. Pale Vermilion. Am I in the view? Yes. I'm in the view and I'm recording. So far we've used only these 12 pencils. But I would like to go in with the white at the end of this. So if you do have an art store in your area, you get the 938 Prismacolor white. And it's better than many other brands because it really not burnishes, but blends very well because it's very waxy. Let me drink some water here. Derwent Drawing also has a white open stock in some areas, not in mine. So if you can get your hands on that, that's a good one also. Okay, I'm going in with pomegranate on this section here. So everywhere where there's a section, I'll put some pom. Then I'll go in with the Pale Vermilion. I don't know if you can hear the rain. I love listening to rain, especially when you wake up in the morning and you hear the rain. Oh, I love that. Okay, with the 915 Lemon Yellow, blend that out. Okay, I'll go back in with my pomegranate. Then with the pale vermilion, so that white pencil, if you can't get it, then you leave it as is. But if you can get one, we'll be using it. So either way, it's good. I'm going to erase the first one I did there. All right, so it erases enough that you can put another different color, but it doesn't take everything off. That's the advantage with polychromos. When you erase, it takes more of the pencil off. All right, let's do the next one here. So each separate, where there's a line here, we go in with Pom, and then I like the way I nickname my pencil, the Pom. Go in with Pom, which is pomegranate, right? Okay, Pat, calm down. There we go. Go back in. So it brings down some of that color. I have another one here. Okay, let's go ahead and try another one. Let's say this one here. Yeah, that works out. Okay, so this is going to be green, red, red. I'll try these two. So we have a line here, a line here, a line here. Give this a try and see what happens. I'll go on the red with the orange and slightly over. I don't have a lot of space to work with, so I'm mostly gonna go just right over it. And then with the yellow. There we go. Okay. Let's do the next one here. So just the lines. Like that. With the orange. Just going on top of the lines. And spilling over just a bit there. And the yellow. Okay, so I'm just working the outside here. It's actually a little nicer. It's blending all the colors. Now this leaf is over this leaf, so we'll have a bit of shading here. It'll be a little bit darker. This leaf is over this leaf, so it'll be a little bit darker here. Same here and here. Okay. So what I've done is I've come with the white on the jars here, and I've put a bit of white along the jars. Line there, there, and there. Like that. And with the pink 929, I went over every pink area to get it to be darker. Every little pink area that we have. Like that. With the non-photo blue, I went over the blue area, heavy-handed, so that it'll be very bold. There we go. All right. So with the white, if you don't have it, just leave it the way it is. But if you can get one, then everywhere we put the light Dahlia, let me sharpen my pencil. So I'm not cheating. The white should be allowed. Everyone should have a white pencil. So if you have the 12th set and the white pencil, it's a lot better. It's nice and smooth. I'm pressing heavy-handed. There we go. Up here. Clean it off. So the pink that's... Am I still in the view? I think so, right? Okay. I hope I was. So the light part of the green that we put here already, we'll leave the dark area for now. We're just doing the light area with our white pencil. If you have a blender, like a Prismacolor blender or Caran d'Ache, that can work too. Okay, I'm gonna go back with my olive green. And color over the dark area again. I'm going lightly, just making sure that I'm covering as much as I can. And then I'll go down a bit. Go down just a little bit. I've received a lot of positive feedback today from our fellow YouTubers. Looks like a lot of people are happy with what we're doing here. So I thank you for your feedback. Okay. Also, part of the fun is using the Posca. Or if you have a different kind, it's just as good. The Signo Uniball. Where's my black construction paper? Just make sure that there's no wax on the end so that it can run better. Makes it look magical. And if you have the other kind, the Jelly Roll 10, Japan Sakura. It's not as white as the other ones, so I'm going to go back with the Signal. I think the Signal is actually very white. Sometimes I like to go over the older ones. Sometimes they fade a little bit, so makes them a little bit whiter. I go lightly, not to scratch off what was there. Oh, this is the star that I just couldn't get. Happens. Okay. Okay, let's do some more green leaves here. So we need the yellow and the 3 greens. Okay, I'll start with the olive green 911. So I'll go down the spine on the right side and on the left side. The spine will be yellow. All right, with the olive green, we'll contour each section. with the grass green, we'll go over that olive green and a little bit more. So this weekend, this weekend, I will not be coloring. There are many family functions to go to. This is the stem of one of the flowers here, so I'm going to do that in olive green. Then with our third green, the spring green, we'll go over what we just did and a little bit more. With the yellow, we blend everything. Really, I'm coloring in the center where it's white and bringing in a bit of the green from beside it. If it's too yellow, I'll just go in a little bit with the spring green. Mix that in with my yellow. Let's continue this one with the olive green. Then with the grass green. Little space here. I just filled it up with the green. Spine, the spring green, so really I think that if you wanted to finish it off, all the rest of these leaves I would do in the green combo. These two flowers I would do like the pink flowers. The rest of the sky like we've been doing. And for the house, let's use the olive green at the end here. At the end here. Then go in with the grass green. Spring green. And yellow. Okay. The curtains, we have to finish these little ties up here and just make it a little bit darker where the creases are. And then with the lavender, just go in very lightly. I'm just giving it some strokes like that. Okay. We'll do this like it was wood. So just some lines. A little bit like we did with the beans over here. We'll go in with the grass green, a few lines. And the yellow. some yellow around here. Okay. Here too. All right. Use the white to blend the Dahlia purple that we left here. Am I in the camera? Yes. All right. So the leaves here can stay Dahlia with a little bit of pusk on the ends. I'm going to use the pale vermilion for these tiny little flowers here. If you do leave a little white line, it works to your advantage. The yellow for the little top here. And Zipaska for little dots. One dot for each petal. There we go. All right. The door. Let's go with, okay, the stones with the Dahlia. So we'll put the dark Dahlia and go in lightly. So dark against the door and lightly out. All right. You can leave it like that, or if you have some white, you can just blend the ends with the white. And come back for the darkest area, just to get it to be even darker. Turn your pencil in your hand to get the sharper side. Okay, so for the door, we have a lot of greens, so I don't want to do a green door, so I'm going to use the blues. I must go in, yeah, I'll go in with the blues first, so. I'll do the lines. I'm going to sharpen these. This is a little area. Hey, I didn't drop any pencils today. That's a miracle. Okay. All right, so with the blue slate, I'll make this line that I colored in a little larger from both sides. So on one side, on another side of the line. Okay, and I'll go around here with some Dahlia. And then I'll use the pink, no, not the pink, the lavender, the rest up here. With your Posca, you can go ahead and just get a little line here and here, let's say, just for a light reflection. We could put some Posca dots on the lightest area of the rocks. All right. I think that these leaves, we can draw a line like this, a dot, a dot. On the other side, a tiny bit. And what I just noticed is this leaf turns over. So with the pale vermilion, some yellow, some pomegranate, maybe just on the tip, and this tip as well, and half of it with the yellow. Okay, I'm going to blend these a bit more with some yellow. I'm going to go around, and I'm pretty sure that we'll still see our lines. Okay. So with the white, I would blend a little bit here. Go back with the non-photo, do the whole frame. Often when you look at a door, especially an old door, they're darker on the outsides. and then a bit going down like that and going up. Just tiny little lines like that. With the Dahlia. With the Posca. Okay. I'm going to try with the olive green, see what happens here. Just a bit. Less than the blue, but just enough to give it a bit of color. There. Okay. Okay, did we forget anything here? Let's color in these bricks or stud ends. And put a little bit of Posca for a bit of a lighter shade. All right. So basically everything that's left we've already done in past videos, right? This is part 4. So I'm going to continue coloring, and you'll decide if you want to stay and watch or not. That, my friend, is up to you. So we are celebrating birthdays this weekend. It's going to be busy. Which blue did I use over there? I think it was the blue slate. Some yellow. These little hearts we did with the palm. Are you still in view? Yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing this all done. With the white, before we put in the white, we should have a little bit of color around here. so that we don't have to go and color around the Posca. Okay, a little bit of blue. Green. And go in with the olive green. Go back with the non-photo. Is this a little flower? There. And I have to go lightly because the flowers stop right there. I don't want to have to go much further with the colors, so with a light shade. So I'm probably going to fiddle with this for a while, especially the background. You know, I'll be thinking, okay, I would like this to be a little less green. I'll try to go in more with my blues. So I'll be playing around there quite a bit, adding the Posca. That's what's nice about this paper. It really accepts quite a bit of coloring. I mean, I've put a lot of layers here. And it's still taking color. Okay, I think I'm okay to put the Posca now. Here it is. Lots of little hearts. So I hope you've liked this. If you do, please give me a like and subscribe. I hope that some of you will try it out, or it inspires you to do your own as well, or just relaxing, having a nice time. It's nice to have a little hobby that we can do quietly at home. We're not bothering anybody. We can just relax and talk with our family, or have them in the living room with us watching a movie. Sometimes when you're sick, you're at home, you can try and forget your troubles with some coloring. All right. With the olive green, I'll do the bottoms of these leaves. With the grass green, I'll continue these leaves. Spring green. If you go very lightly, you'll be able to put some yellow there as well. And I'll be shading. Let's see, what were the shade colors? The shading was 1009, 919, and 911. So 919 and... Okay, so what we did with our shading, we used the Dahlia Purple 1009, the Non-Photo Blue 919, and the Olive Green 911. So we'll want shading under our leaves. Then we'll go in with the olive green right over the Dahlia. And then the Non-Photo Blue right over that. Okay. Same under our flowers here. It will be darker. We have some shade like that. Let me sharpen my olive green. Where was I? Okay, so under the flowers. Okay, we did these the other day, but I think I'm missing a color in there, so I'm going to come back here. Okay, let's do some more over here like this. There. Behind these leaves here. I have cat hair on my sweater. Okay, the chimney. I think my shadows were supposed to be on this side, so I'll go on that side. Go on this side of the roof. And then the blue. Am I the only one, or isn't this a lovely blue? But of course, some people are more green lovers, or some are more orange and red lovers, and purple violet lovers. Okay, so let's go under all of these leaves. I sure hope you have something, music or TV on. Let's drink some water. Up here. I have the stem here to do with the olive. I guess there's no end to shading. You can just keep shading as much as you want. Let's get into the pink flowers. All right, so we go in with our Pomegranate 195. Well, with the Dahlia purple, we do the the darkest areas here, so in between. With the pomegranate, do the bottom. Oh, I'm gonna go out afterwards. I'll do that afterwards. The shading, this petal is over this petal. This petal is shaded. This petal is shaded. Let's go in with our pink. Our lightest. Back here with the pink. Our shading over here. And with our lightest pink rose. Okay, we can go ahead and draw some lines like this. You turn the pencil, you get a sharper edge. And then you go over those lines with the pink. It'll blend them in a little bit, make them softer. The shaded areas as well. I want to go over them. It'll soften them up. It'll blend them into the petal. With the yellow, you do the whole center. With the olive green, you do just the bottom. You do the circle and the half moon. And then with the pasta, little dots in the center. And one little dot at the top of each little petal. And the contour. So you contour each petal. There we go. Would be nice to finish this one, huh? Okay, so the next flower I will do the same way. So dark for in between the petals. Pomegranate for the bottom of the petals. You can always zoom in if you don't know how to zoom in, because some people are not as savvy. Some people don't like computers all that much. You can let me know. I can give you a hand. Pink rose. The shaded area where the petals, this petal is over this one, this petal is over this one, this petal is over this one, that. And then our lines. with the pink, you go over those lines. It softens them, blends them in. Where you have shading, you also go over that. With the yellow, the green, olive green, you do the bottoms, round and a half moon. Just a little spot at the end of each petal. Okay. And then we contour our petals. There we go. Are we going to finish this one today? I'm starting to wonder. All right. I'm gonna fiddle around with this for a while. Okay. It's coming along, it's coming along. I don't think anybody's still around, but if you are, you're a hero. No, I don't expect anybody to stick around the whole time. Okay, I'm gonna come here with the white. With the olive green, just for the top. Okay, I think I'm going to finish the rest on my own. I'll be doing all these leaves exactly like I did these ones here. I'll be putting white Posca. So that's about it. So thank you for watching. If anybody's still out there, take care. We'll see you soon.